The parent club isn't the only one in a pennant chase these days. On the farm, the AAA Ottawa Lynx are also making their pitch for a playoff spot and are determined not to let a strike distract them.
We need to maintain that more so than worry about what the implications of a major league strike would have on our ball club.
Whether the major leagues strike or not, there'll be no work stoppage by minor league teams. And some, like the Lynx, hope to capitalize on that.
In Eastern Canada, we're the highest ranking league, and we have a lot of people to draw from, and Ontario is a very good baseball province, and our proximity to Quebec will also help with their knowledge in baseball, and it's definitely an advantage for us.
Loyello's hoping one such advantage will be much more TV coverage. Right now, the Lynx are on local Ottawa cable, but a strike could mean a bit more American exposure.
We've had a couple in the States which approached the International League and asking about our schedules and what could be done. There's a good possibility to get ESPN, maybe some TBS coverage also.
But more coverage doesn't necessarily mean a lot more attention. In fact, it could mean less.
The first week, that if there's a strike, all the attention's going to be on the strike. There may be less attention on us than normal, and I think if it turns out to where it's a month or 2 months, or it looks like they're not going to even play anymore, then I think there might be some more attention focus down here.
About the only benefit is minor league rosters won't change much. No one will get called up, no one will get called down. And with the playoffs only about 3 weeks away, a steady lineup could make all the difference. Like the Expos, the Lynx are making their own run at the playoffs. But for someone like Tim Laker, who seemed assured a September call-up, it's hard not to be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm having a good year. I'm putting together some pretty good numbers, and I'm sure that'd warrant a September call-up. But if they go on strike and we don't have baseball in September, then I'm just going to have to go home and rest up and get ready for next year.
It's just a matter of time. I'm not an old fart or anything, so I don't want to push it. I don't want to go up there and get shelled and, be on Peter Gamez's who's hot and who's not, I'll be there in due time.
But the time isn't now. Like most minor leaguers, Eishen's already giving up on the majors this season and looking to next season.
I was, of course, hoping, that I'd, get a call-up and stuff, but if I didn't this year, it'd hurt me. But, under the circumstances that it is now, if I don't get called up, it's not going to bother me.
Neither is talk of adding players from the Expos if there is a strike. Any chance of Cliff Floyd or Rondell White heading to Ottawa is a remote one.
I think if they came down, guys with that kind of talent would surely be welcomed here. We'd play with them early and they'd fit in great, and we'd have a little extra talent going into the playoffs. But I don't really see that happening.
There was also talk about the Expos coaches coming to Ottawa to help out Tracy and his pitching coach, Rich Gale. Don't expect that either.
I don't think that there's any insecurity as far as he and I are concerned that we would worry about the fact of getting an influx of people to come in here and take a look at or help out or be involved with our AAA situation. It would be welcomed.
What's most evident in a strike situation is the separation between the majors and the minors. The Expos call the shots about the players and coaches, but that's about it. The business side is left up to the Lynx. And given the wacky way some major league teams do business, maybe it's better that way. Rob Sinclair, TSN, in Ottawa.